been here a few times, and we were talking about his trip to the Philippines after, 22 years of not having been there. Big star of the Philippine Basketball Association, the first ever Philam to ever play there. Talking about Ricky, the Quick Brown Fox, or Ricky Brown. Hello, and welcome back to Kababayan, LA.
Hi, Janelle. Thank you so much for having me, and welcome. You know, it's just fantastic to be here again, and I'd like to say hello to all the fans out there, and before anything, my prayers to the people in the Philippines for the devastating storms. It's very difficult for everyone.
Yes, and you were there, when was this? You barely missed this siguro, no? Yung torrential rains, right?
Yeah,
when were you there?
Just a few weeks ago, on the 18th. I was there for 10 days. I left on July 18th.
Yeah, and let us talk about this. Let us talk about not having been home for 22 years and then finally going back. What was it like?
You know, it was really exciting, and I remember when we were flying over Manila and I could see the land. It really hit me then that you know, I'm coming back to a place that I basically grew up in, and the people saw me grow up on the basketball courts. It was really, really an exciting, overwhelming time, and the people were so wonderful to me, and you know, I was home again, and
Right.
It was really special.
So it felt like home.
Absolutely felt like home.
Ambassador Eduardo Danding Cojuangco Jr. of San Miguel Corporation, you've had a very long relationship with him. He was it like a mentor to you, like a father to you? He brought you back there, right, and started your career there.
Yeah, he really was responsible for bringing me to the Philippines to play for the national team. And he will always be known as the boss to me. He's my boss. And I had the pleasure of having lunch with him. I got to see him after so many years, and we had a private conversation. It was just fantastic to see the boss again.
What did you talk about?
Well, you know, we kind of caught up with one another, and we also talked about some possibilities in the future of me in the Philippines. But basically, I just wanted to pay my respects and tell him how much I love him and miss him, and thanked him for everything that he did for me.
How nice. How nice. How very humble of you also to think about that. But it's not just personal appearances. You also went on public appearances. One of those is you went on TV with Bill Velasco and Boy Season, both good friends of mine, of Hardball.
Yeah.
What was that like? What did they ask you? Did they give you a hard time?
They're a lot of fun.
Yes,
for sure. That was a lot of fun. And you know, it was for a half hour, but they dug pretty deep into some things, and you know, from my past, and I really enjoyed it. I think they feel also. I wish we could have done an hour, but they were fantastic. That was ABS CBN Studios, and right after that, Dolphy's wake was just down the hall. So you know, it was really a bittersweet trip because of the passing of Dolphy the second day that I was there.
And you were actually making plans to visit Dolphy in the hospital because you made one movie or two movies? I
made Action Is Not Missing with Dolphy in 1987. And the second night there, I was supposed to go to the hospital. I got hung up in just unreal traffic on EDSA. I was in touch with the family and with Dino, and he said, just, you know, call tomorrow and come tomorrow. And unfortunately, about an hour and a half later, he passed. So it made the trip very bittersweet, but overall, it was something really, really special for me.
Right, and also very special for you, I suppose, was receiving the Hall of Fame award at the Araneta Coliseum. Did you ever play there?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, what
that was
my
my first 2 years.
Yeah, going back.
In the Big Dome.
Right.
Playing in the Big Dome. That has a character and tradition of itself. And it was really something that came over me when I walked in for the first time after over 25 years since I last played there.
Right.
But I really want to thank Commissioner Salud and Rose Montreal of the PBA for organizing some meet and greets for me, and also giving me that special award at halftime, or rather before the second game at half court. That was very unexpected, and I really thank Commissioner for that.
There were many scheduled meet and greets with the fans, but also there's one that was unexpected when you exited the Araneta and people hounded you for autographs and for pictures. And having been gone for 22 years, what was it like for you to be just, you know, with fans like that, and they still recognized you?
Well, you know, that was really one of the highlights of the whole trip, and it was totally spontaneous. Tet Andalong, who really helped coordinate my entire trip, and we were leaving, and then the fans came and wanted pictures, and it just evolved into something really special. And she kept saying, do you want to go? Do you want to go? I said, no, absolutely not. This is why I came back, you know, to engage the fans and touch the fans. And we did that. Very unexpected, but really a pleasure.
And aside from visiting Ambassador Danding Coangco, you also got to visit and spend a few moments with legendary coach Baby Dalupan.
That was really special too. That was very touching, and I have some pictures on Facebook that have really touched the people. Baby was my coach. I loved him dearly, and I went to his home and visited him, and we had some very intimate moments together.
How is he doing?
You know, he's doing okay. His sight is the issue, but he still has that same smile, and I mean, some of the things that he said to me is a great memory. He knows everything. We talked about
still
things.
Very sharp.
Oh, super sharp. Razor sharp.
He was your coach for many years. What do you think was the biggest lesson that you learned from him in or outside of the court?
One of the things that I always remember about Coach Baby Dalupan was his poise and composure during any kind of pressure-packed situations, and that carried over to us, the players. But aside from that, I just loved him so much. He was like a father to me, and whenever we took the floor, we wanted to win for him.
So many stories, so many lessons from Ricky Brown, and also when he speaks, it's just very sincere. And I would love for you guys to come out and meet him, because they are having an event especially for him, for Philams here. That is going to happen on Saturday, August 18th at 4 p.m. in Artesia. Information on the screen plus the poster. And if you want more information, that's the email also on the screen. Don't forget to look him up also on Facebook. Thank you so much, Ricky.
Thank you.
And more power to you.
Thank you, Janelle. And one quick thing about that 18th, we're trying to organize some fundraising for the flood victims in the Philippines. That's something really important.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Another event on the 18th, this time Singing Priests. Meet them when we return on Kababayan LA. Don't go away.